Welcome back, everyone. Orchestrated Sports here with Ian Martinez. Rams versus Texans Week 8 film breakdown. And this game, the Rams wanted to continue their momentum, continue the win streak against a competitive but not very good Houston Texans team. So, what happened this game? And why did things happen the way they did? Well, I'm going to break down the top 5 plays of the game, starting with this play right here. So, here we are in the second quarter, 8 minutes left in the 3rd and 10 situation. And what happens here is that the rookie Mills here at quarterback throws an interception, and a crucial one too. So, how does that happen? Well, the Rams are in their dime package right now. Dime package meaning that you have 6 defensive backs on the field, and as you can see here, you have Taylor Rapp lined up as the dime linebacker, where you replace a traditional linebacker and put in another DB in that spot, and that's what Taylor Rapp is doing. On the opposite side here, you can see rookie Ernest Jones was getting his first start this game. And what else you notice is Aaron Donald and Leonard Floyd lined up on the same exact side. And not just lined up on the same exact side, but lined up pretty much in the same gap, both trying to rush to this outside here and apply serious pressure. So what happens here, which I think is a smart move by defensive coordinator Raheem Morris, is that he does that, lines them up, and they get massive pressure. So we'll let this thing go here. Boom. Immediately on top of that, you see Greg Gaines pushing the pocket, beating his man, and then Donald and Floyd just absolutely smashing on these offensive linemen. So David smartly sees it, and he gets outside the pocket to try to make something happen. And he does that, but he just makes a dumb throw right here. As you can see the ball right there. He's trying to hit the flat to this receiver in the back, but rookie Ernest Jones covers it beautifully and gets his first career interception. Boom, that's money. But again, this interception doesn't happen if Donald and Floyd and Gaines don't get that right side pressure on Mills. Because look at it. We got 1, 2, 3 lined up on this side of the field. And it works. It's all about Gaines beating his man, which he does, and then 2 of the best pass rushers in the entire league getting their pressure. And they do. And it's a smart defensive alignment up front to get pressure. And it works. It forces a turnover, forces a bad play, and the Rams make do and get that interception. Good scheme, good play designed to rush, and just a good play by Ernest Jones, playing good coverage, getting the pick. So shortly after the Ernest Jones interception, the Rams drive down and are here in this 1st and goal situation, and they score right here. A Matthew Stafford touchdown pass to Robert Woods. And why I have it on this specific angle and not the wider view of everybody is because I just want to show what Robert Woods does here to get open. But first, what is the defense doing? Well, they're running zone. Zone underneath, zone underneath, zone underneath, zone and zone. All right. Now, the primary read for Stafford is to read the left side for us, but his right. So he's going to be reading in that direction. And what are the route combinations that are visible right here for us? So it's Darrell Henderson out of the backfield running to the flats. You have Tyler Higbee running the corner. And then Robert Woods, he's out there to the left. He's just out of view at the moment, but he is running a curl route. Okay. Now, to let this thing go here. A lot of receivers definitely do not have the ability or the awareness to find the soft spot in zone coverage. find the gaps in between the defenders. So as you can see right here, Robert Woods is waiting to get thrown to. He ran his short curl route near the goal line. And the defender's on him. Pretty nice. He feels him. Number 51 right here. But because typically in zone, defenders always have their eyes towards the quarterback. They're not really looking at the receiver or pass catcher in their area. So smartly, Robert Woods realizes this and shuffles around to get to the open area. So here we go. Let this thing go. Boom. Shuffles it right there. Gets in this big area where Matthew is able to throw it. And as you can see right here, Matthew sees it, and Robert Woods finds the soft spot. That's what they call it. The soft spot meaning the area where defenders are not in zone coverage. That kind of gap in between the zone coverage between two defenders. And Robert slides his feet and gets to it. Touchdown. That's just real good stuff right there. Because receivers usually run to a spot, and receivers are typically taught to run to a certain spot. And they don't shuffle to get open. That's something you got to learn in the NFL. You got to learn leverage, learn what coverage people are running, how they run them, who's running them. And you got to learn how to get open. And he does right there. Just great execution from Robert Woods and Matthew Stafford. And that's why Robert Woods is one of the best overall receivers, pass catching, run after catch, finding soft spots in zone in the NFL. Tremendous stuff. Touchdown Rams. So here we are, Texans ball, 3rd and 10. 10 minutes left. And the Rams line up in a very cool, very interesting front in their dime package. And then they're in the dime package because, hey, Taylor Rapp is here at that dime linebacker position. With your traditional inside linebacker, Ernest Jones. You have Greg Gaines lined up at nose, D-tackle, Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd, and then whoever to the right is not pictured because you can't see, I know, is Obo Okoronkwo, the other outside linebacker to the right. He's just slightly outside. Standing upright, kind of defending the pass, but he does end up rushing here. So what happens with this kind of look when you're an opposing offense, whether you're a lineman, quarterback, it's making you think because of just how crazy everybody is lined up. You have two linebackers lined up to the left. You have Gaines lined up traditionally, in between the guard and center. You have Aaron Donald lined up outside the tackle here. And then you have Leonard Floyd to the left, lined up way outside. So, on top of that alignment, which can fluster an offense, the Rams decide to run a stunt here. And what is a stunt? A stunt is basically pass rushing, but not straightforward rushing. And a stunt is basically wherever you're starting at, no matter what spot of the line you're rushing at, you're going to fake one way and then attack another area to rush. That's basically a stunt. You're going to line up in one spot, but you're going to rush to a different spot. So that's exactly what happens here. Everybody's lined up. Ernest Jones does not rush right here. He drops into coverage. But everybody else is rushing. And Aaron Donald is the stunt man right here. He starts to get slightly upfield just to get the offensive tackle here to start kick-stepping backward to get his feet under him to get ready to pass block. And then he whips around to attack the same area as Greg Gaines. It's really beautifully done. And on the opposite side with Floyd, he just straight up beats this tackle here and gets the sack. But if he did not get the sack, Aaron Donald and Greg Gaines on that stunt there were definitely going to get to Mills. So we'll let this thing go here. Boom. Okay. You see, Aaron started to go afield, and then he whips back around. That's a stunt right there. So we'll let this thing play a little bit more. Boom. As you can see, now he's attacking the same general area as Greg Gaines right here. And then also in that same moment, you see Leonard Floyd getting past the right tackle there. And he's going to get a nice clean hit on David Mills. Boom. But as you can see, if Floyd doesn't get him, Aaron Donald and Greg Gaines right here, we're 100% going to get him if somehow Floyd missed the tackle or missed the sack. And boom, big play on the third down. Good creative stuff. And this all starts with how you're lined up, where you're lined up, and it gets offensive linemen confused and second guessing on who to get. And that's what happens here. And the Rams just executed well in the stunt on the right side with Donald, and Floyd lining up so wide to the left is able to get good leverage and get around the tackle right there. So it's just good play calling by Raheem Morris, the D coordinator for the Rams, and just great execution by the front seven here for the LA Rams. Good stuff. So here we are, quarter 3, 9 minutes left. The drive after the Rams defense gets a stop, and a great play call here by Sean McVay, as the Rams have been running the football extremely effectively up until this point. And when they call this play action pass, it gets all the defenders getting sucked up in the run fake, which is exactly what you want. So what happens here? We'll let this thing run just for this quick second. So run fake, and then look at, see all these defenders flowing? Everybody's flowing upward. Everyone's flowing upward. Everyone's flowing upward. Even this defender's staying home a little bit, even though I know there's nobody out there. But you get defenders flowing to attack the run. That's exactly what you want when you run fake or run a play action pass. So we'll rewind it a little bit more. And what are the route combinations here for the offense? So you're going to get the run fake. Tied in right here, Kendall Blanton's going to stay home and help protect. Darrell Henderson's obviously going to get the fake, stay home and help block. You're going to have Cooper Kupp running a short in. You're going to have Robert Woods running a drag. And then the key man who gets thrown to here is Van Jefferson here isolated. He's just going to be running a deep post. And that's your route combinations on offense. Now, defensively, they're running cover 3. Cover 3 meaning 3 defenders have responsibility deep. So this corner on the outside here has got that deep. The middle safety has the middle area deep. And then this corner has that deep, with everybody else dropping into zone in one form or another. Okay. So it's important for 2 reasons, is the way Van Jefferson runs this route, and then the way this corner right here and this safety play this cover 3. So as we let this thing go, you'll understand what I mean. So there, get the run fake. Everybody gets sucked up. Beautiful. And actually, right here, the defenders get a good jam. A jam meaning they get a good shove or push within that 5-yard cushion. So in the NFL here, in most football, you have 5 yards where you can give a receiver a nice push, a nice hit, not a tackle, to kind of get them off platform so they're not just running free. That is legal in football from the line of scrimmage. You have that 5 yards. So they do get that push, that jam, whatever you'd like to call it. They get that on the receivers here, which is a good job. But as you can see at the bottom here, this corner that's responsible deep that way, he's not playing inside. He's playing outside. So what do I mean? If we split Van Jefferson in half, right? He's lined up on the outside of Van, which isn't terrible. It's not a bad thing, but it's bad for them on this play and this specific route. Because, let's let this thing go here. When Van's getting ready to cut inside to run his post, right? Because this defender is in the outside of Van, he's going to be trailing behind him. He has no way to cut that route off or to be able to run with them step for step, because Van Jefferson is a fast receiver, one of the fastest coming out of college last year. One of the fastest times, not in the 40, but the fastest miles per hour clocked in at the Senior Bowl when he was playing. So Van has speed, major speed. So that's one problem for Houston. And the next problem is that this defender here, this safety, is not paying attention to anything going around him, by him, nothing. His eyes are 110% focused in tunnel vision on the quarterback and what Stafford is looking at. So that's the next issue. Because if this safety had the awareness and saw Jefferson, he would have helped cover Jefferson's post. So boom, let's play. And there's the break. Because the corner there had outside leverage, not inside, Jefferson's able to run free. As you can see now, you see that corner starting to trail. This safety's starting to open up, but his eyes are still not completely on Van. So he's opening up, but look at, even as he's opening up, he still has tunnel vision. As you can see his head maybe, he's still looking this way. And at that point, you can also see Stafford already launched this ball, as he knows. I'm just going to throw it out there for the speedster Jefferson. And because of those two things, outside leverage of the corner and the safety just getting caught looking in the backfield at the quarterback, it allows Van Jefferson to just zoom by and catch this post for a super mega bomb gain. As you can see, got right past him. Boom, big catch. So there's a lot of things that go into these play action passes, or even just deep shots in general. A lot of things got to happen. And fortunately, everything that needed to happen for the Rams happened, and everything that hopefully wasn't going to happen for the Texans defense, it unfortunately did for them. Corner was playing outside. Safety was caught looking in the backfield. And that's how you get bombed on. Things like that. And Matthew Stafford, great pass. Van Jefferson, great catch. Great execution by the Rams. Big play. And with this final offensive touchdown for the Rams, this game was over. End of the third quarter, about 8 seconds left, a 2nd and 7 or 8. And the Rams have been, again, running the rock extremely, extremely well. And what happens here is that the Rams get a run fake to the right with a jet motion by Cooper Kupp. And on top of all that, backfield magic, you could say, they give an end around pitch, or a reverse, some people call it, to Robert Woods here. And he takes this thing to the house. Now, this works for two reasons. When you run the ball well, you get a lot of these defensive linemen, defensive ends, linebackers crashing down to stop the run. So that's exactly what happens here. This outside defender is crashing in to get the running back, and everybody else is getting suckered in as well. So what you do is you run those end around reverses. But the most important thing is to leave those defenders unblocked. Let these guys get suckered in to try to get the running back. So you're able to leave them alone and go block people on the second level. Go block a corner. Go block a linebacker. Go block another corner or a safety. Get downfield to help the reverse get home. And that's pretty much exactly what happens. It's great execution. So we'll let this thing go here. You get the jet motion. And then as you can see, there's the fake. Note boom. The left tackle completely disregards the defensive end on purpose to go block this linebacker. Brian Allen, the center, completely disregards his D lineman in front of him, and he's going to go block the second backer. Then on top of that, you get the tight end Blanton being the lead blocker, almost like a fullback, to go find somebody. And then Ben, the wide receiver, finds somebody. And then you got Robert Woods here getting the end around reverse, finds the alley and scores. Just really great play design. And this only works if you have defenders crashing down to stop the run. And that's exactly what happens. Right play call, right time, and absolutely the right execution. Good stuff, as you can see. Let this go. There's the pitch. Everybody's getting on somebody. He's on him, blocking, block, block. He's still got to find somebody, and look at all that lane for Robert Woods to hit and get home. As this defender here is not going to get there. He already fully committed to the run. So, as you can see, it only works if defenders are crashing to get the running back. And they tried doing that, and they bit, and that's how you get a reverse done. And with that touchdown, this game was over. 38-0 to start the fourth quarter. Game over. At the end of the day here, the Rams absolutely dominated for 3 quarters, up until backups and third stringers came in to get some playing time later in the game for the Rams. Simple as that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time here on Orchestrated Sports with Ian Martinez. Stay safe.